Let's make twice baked potatoes, but make it Italian. Oh. First things first. All right, let's start with the potatoes. I'm going with russet here that I scrubbed and washed earlier. And grab yourself a roasting pan, and one little trick that I found useful is to cut around the circumference of the potato just barely so that it'll be easier to split open after it's cooked. Plus, it saves you from piercing the potato all over with a fork. And this little trick I found from a great creator here on YouTube. That dude can cook. And then you're just gonna drizzle some extra virgin olive oil and season with some salt. Rub it all over the potato. And you know, at the end of the day, you can't just eat the filling of a twice baked potato. You got to eat the whole thing. So seasoning the little vessels that we're creating is a good thing. Then we're going to place in the oven at 400 degrees for about an hour or until fork tender. And while the potatoes are cooking, we can prep everything else. Now go with as much or as little as you want here with each ingredient. So first up is the pancetta, which will replace the bacon that is traditionally used in the twice baked potato. And I asked the pancetta to be cut thick, like a piece of bacon. And then I cut it all up, and in a dry pan on low to medium heat, I cooked until crispy, and then just drained it on a plate with some paper towel to catch all that excess grease and set aside. Next up is the mascarpone cheese that is going to replace the sour cream that is traditionally used. It's going to add that tanginess and sweetness. Then we're going to go with some more cheese, and that cheese is traditionally cheddar. I'm using caciocavallo here, which is like a cross between mozzarella and provolone. Coarsely grate as much as you like. Now for an ingredient that isn't replacing anything, but I'm adding it because it's one of my favorites and thought it would really go well with the potatoes. And that is nduja, a spreadable, spicy, and smoky salami that is so damn good. And I have many other recipes here on this channel with this amazing creation from Calabria. And then we can finish this all off with some Reggie, Parmigiano Reggiano. Once the potatoes are done, let cool a bit, but you still want to mix everything together while it is still hot. Cut the potato in half. Now, I'm not going to tell you to use a potato ricer, but I'm going to tell you to use a potato ricer. You're going to get lighter and fluffier mash that is lump-free and oh so smooth. Now, once you scooped out all the flesh and put it through the ricer in a bowl, add all the ingredients and half of the pancetta, add a little bit of heavy cream or milk, season with salt and freshly cracked pepper, mix to incorporate everything until it's very smooth. Give a taste, and you're probably gonna faint with how good this stuff is. And then once you come to, stuff your potato boats, top with some more caciocavallo cheese and Parmigiano Reggiano, place back in the oven, but this time at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes or until the cheese is nicely melted, top with some crispy pancetta, and bring it to the table. Another great take on a classic dish. I really like how this one turned out. Very flavorful, and that's because of the nduja, nice smokiness, spiciness, but it's not too spicy. That's what I love about nduja. And of course, you get the mascarpone that adds a nice creamy element. Of course, the cheese as well, nice and melted throughout. You get the pancetta that's mixed into the mashed potatoes, but then used as a crispy topping. Oh, I love everything about this dish, and I hope you give it a go. And as always, the full recipe is in the link in the description below. Please like and comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, ciao.